Welcome, every one of us. This is a wonderful moment. Thank you for joining us live on this section of On the Couch with Josh Matiluko. And I'm excited to have us here. It is amazing. Oh man, I think this is very, very dark. I think I can't see myself properly, but we'll work on that. But thank you for joining us. We really, really appreciate you. The last section, which is the right cycle, that was wonderful. I appreciate everyone who was live with us. I appreciate everyone who commented and everyone who was all through. We see you. We appreciate you big time. And it's going to be a wonderful moment today. It is a different section, and this moment we are calling this Unleashed the Potential Within. And I'm having with me here today one of the most amazing personnel. She is wonderful. I tell you, she is wonderful, wonderful. And before I bring her first in, I think I want to first of all address everyone. I want to firstly address everyone who at previous times I'd be following up and be commenting, but we're going to do something different today. Instead of us putting up the link to join us in the live studio later on, we'll be putting it first and foremost. So you can check in the comment section as we proceed, as from this moment, and you can see that. So today it's going to be amazing. And I'm having with me the amazing Brenda Unu. Yeah. So with a round of applause, virtual round of applause, I want to every one of us to welcome Brenda Unu. You're welcome. Oh,
Hello.
yeah. Good evening.
Hi. Good
How is it?
evening.
Yeah, how is it over there?
Great, great.
Yeah, you're looking amazing. I can see something on your shirt.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. It is always an amazing moment, but one of the most amazing thing is the guests that we have on, and you outstand a lot of people. You are an architect. You are, in fact, I would not go into this yet without first blowing myself.
Yeah, funny. Yes.
Yeah, so you're amazing. You are an architect, you're a public speaker, you're an author, you've authored a number of books, you're actually into training people even in the act of architecture. You can call you a life coach, but out of all this, you're still the amazing Brenda Unu. It is just like a brand, like, yeah, this is Brenda Unu. So can you tell us about you?
About me. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, what am I going to say? Well, my name is Brenda Unu, which you already know. Unu is short for Unwawuro.
yeah.
And I'm married. I'm married with 4 kids.
Oh,
I live in Lagos. I'm an architect. I'm a writer. I'm actually I'm a very direct person. You know, what you see is
okay.
what you get. Once you see me,
Yeah.
anything that you see, once you interact with me, is what you get. There are no holds barred, and there's no hidden agenda anywhere. So I'm very open. I'm quite an open book, and I really, really love to connect with people. I love to help
Yeah,
people as much as I
yeah,
can,
yeah.
and I'm heavily passionate about the girl child and helping
Oh,
women achieve their best versions of their lives, which is what drives everything that I do. So when you see me that I'm doing architecture, I'm helping young ladies who want to have a career in architecture to how they can do that. When you see me talking about writing, I'm helping women who want to write their own book, who want to know, okay, I don't know where to start. I'm helping them now. So I'm just seriously passionate about helping women live their best lives. And that just is the sum of everything that I do and I am. So yeah, that's me, Brenda Unu.
oh, amazing. Yeah, this is it's super amazing. So, say this kind of person you are and your goal, you've already talked about how passionate you are about the girl child. I feel like um this is a bit dark anyway, but I feel like um you have beyond this moving you, you have something else. Like you have this kind of powerful force moving you. Like you have a strong personality. And I don't know, is it something that has to do with maybe your upbringing, your environment, or something like that? Can you just tell us about that?
Well, I would say that I come from a line of many strong women. My mother is a very strong woman, and she's very passionate about everything that she has ever done. I've ever seen her do since we were children till today. We also met my grandmother, and we have
Okay.
also heard stories of her own, force, because she was widowed at a very young age, and how she was able to
Ooh.
raise all the six children, with her own sheer hard work and everything. So I come from a line of passionate and strong women, and I just realized that many women are living their lives, on the defensive, like, oh, I'm just a woman, so I can't do this. I'm just a woman, I can't do that. But there's nothing just about being a woman, you
Hmm.
know. A woman is completely complete, God
Yeah.
set you down and created you. So you can do
Yeah.
anything, So that basically is my message. So I'm always like, I've been shown that from when I was a child. We were five children. One was a boy, and one is a boy, and four of us are girls. And my mother did not even know whether she had boy or girl children. The work was just the work. We shared the work. The day
Hmm.
my brother is cooking, he's cooking. The day I'm washing car, I'm washing car. That's just what it was. We
Oh,
just
cool. Amazing.
raised as children, and so we don't even there was no limits. Literally, my father even taught us how to change tires, how to change bulbs.
Oh,
You don't want to be
seriously.
dependent on the man for anything. So he made sure that each of us was able to do everything that we needed to do as per life
Yeah.
skills. So that's,
Yeah.
for me, I think maybe that helps a lot in propelling my thought pattern.
Yeah. Yeah. And that has actually built a strong personality. Okay. Let me ask, if peradventure, if you're not an architect, what else do you see yourself doing? Peradventure.
If I'm not an actor or a writer, because if I'm not an architect, I would see myself writing novels by the beach somewhere. But profession-wise, maybe if I wasn't an architect, maybe I would have been able to be a lawyer. Maybe,
Okay.
because I'm very passionate about things, and I think that I'll be able to make a good case in court. But the only part I didn't like reading voluminous texts. So for
Okay.
me, I didn't think I'll be able to survive law school. But if I had to, maybe I would have been able to do that. Yes.
That's amazing. Sincerely, I would have loved to see you in court, especially. Okay. Do you think there's a Nigeria advantage in everything we do, like provincial? I've seen people say that Nigerians we excel outside the country, but within the country we don't really excel. But because of when we get outside the country, there's an added advantage being a Nigerian. Do you think there's anything like that, like an added advantage being a Nigerian? Does it exist?
I'll say that Nigeria is a tough place to grow up. It's a tough place to live.
Yeah.
Everything fights against you. Just imagine doing business in Nigeria. Everything is difficult. So if you're able to do it and achieve any form of excellence at all in this level, by the time you get to a place where everything works, when you get to a place where things are a little easier, of course you're just going to be top of the pack. So that's why our children, when they're in school and they're just average, when they get to school abroad, they just top the class. Because to be
Yeah.
average here, there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of things working against you. But when you get there, it's like so I'm not even. There's no, you're not reading with candle. You're not breaking midnight oil. You're not, going to line
Yeah,
up
yeah,
and
yeah,
in the
yeah.
library waiting for somebody to use the computer, and then you next. Everybody has, so life is just like you excel. It's
Yeah.
just, that's just what it is, because we are brought up tough. So the life in Nigeria makes you tough, makes you resilient. So as soon as you are pushed out to the world, you're like waiting to, explode, literally.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. I can tell for a fact that that's very true because I can remember most when secondary school, it's more like secondary school you have just one or two working system and it's not
Yeah.
accessible and the like. But now you can know everybody has their smartphones, you have your laptop, your personal computers everywhere. It's just everywhere, and that's very true. But nonetheless, even the Nigeria this thing, in higher institution now, I can tell you there are many schools in Nigeria that are still not having basic, amenities and like even electricity, and
True.
that's very true. And now you are here for the main business now. The main business we're talking about unleashing, and it's more like unleashing the potential within. What do you ought to say about that? What do you have to say about unleashing and the the team itself?
Okay, unleashing. It's a very interesting theme. When I saw it, I was laughing. I was like, what's just going on about unleashing? Unleashing what? It sounds like some gang thing from a movie,
Yeah.
But seriously, my thoughts is this: each and every one of us have been born and blessed with a gift, right? Every single person, everybody. There's nobody that God just dropped on earth without a gift or a purpose. So each and every one of us have been blessed with a gift, and this gift is supposed to help you to achieve your purpose. Now, if for whatever reason you're just going through life, waking up every day, going to sleep, waking up, going to sleep, and not achieving anything, feeling like you're not doing anything, you have to, you have to actually settle down, introspect and discover your gift. Once you discover your gift, you are now duty bound to share it with the world. Because
Yeah.
the truth of the matter is that each of us carries a solution to world problems. And if you keep it within yourself, you're going to be like that servant in the Bible, the one who was given the 1 talent and decided to go and hide it under the air, and his own 1 talent was given to the person that had 5. So you're going to be like the person that was given something and you hid it and you didn't do anything with it. You will go and answer to God. So when you find your gift, you are duty bound to share it with the world. And so now the sharing is the unleashing. How then do you share your gift? How do you now, how do you do it without being scared of what will people say? How would they receive me? How would they look at me? Do you understand?
Yeah. Very well. Very
I'll
well.
tell you for the simple fact that writing is a gift to me. Like it is effortless. I don't even I don't do anything. I don't think I've done anything to deserve the fact that I write so well. I think it was a
Wow.
gift. So I would say to you that when I discovered that the writing was a gift, I was not duty bound to share it with the world. But I was struggling with myself. I was like, no, me, even me, like I'm an architect. And what am I doing writing fiction? Do you understand? On Facebook, I can't do that kind of thing. I was really, really struggling with myself for a long time before I got the, my coach was like, you have to put it out there. I said, I don't want to. I will write it, but I don't want to put it anywhere. Let's just be, you have to put it out there. And I was really, really struggling. Like, what is the perception of people? How are people going to look at me? Like, are you serious? You're writing fiction. Like, it's not as if I'm even writing one kind of self-help book that's going to help you become, fiction. I really,
Fiction.
really struggled with it. Or you know what? When I eventually gave road to my gifts, I gave road to my things and released myself and allowed myself to share my gift to the world. The things that happened after have been amazing, nothing short of amazing. It has opened doors for me to places that I never expected. Fiction, I wrote fiction, not like I'm not writing one book that changed the world, like fiction.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
understand? So I didn't know that there was a power behind anything that you do. And because once God has sent you to do it, it's just like you have to. He will make the way. Your own is just to accept and say, okay, yes, I'm doing this. Okay.
Yeah.
So now let me just share
Yeah.
what happened to me very quickly. I fell into writing again. I started writing as a kid, right? I think I've told the story like a million times. I started writing as a little girl. And I used to write stories. My siblings were my first audience. They were always the ones who read and proofread and gave me their thoughts. Then when I got to secondary school, I was in boarding school, and I started writing, and I was sharing with a few circle of friends, and they were always like, "Oh, where's the next episode?" They were very encouraging. But you know how school can be. School got so tough. I attended Queen's College, which is a very
Oh
competitive
yeah.
school. It got so tough. I had to just, keep that one somewhere and start studying so I can get to, top. The number of children that were always climbing stage. Let me to get a prize. And I'm not dull now, yeah? So I had to leave the reading. I had to leave the writing. And I literally forgot about it. I did not write again in secondary school. I didn't write again in university. If I university was even tougher, I did architecture, which was really, really tough from day one. So I didn't have time. And of course, by the time I finished school, I was 7. By the time I finished 7, I got a job. By the time I got a job, I got to marry. I started dealing with children. There was no time. So
Yeah.
it was by a combination of events that led me again into writing. Very funny story. But when I did find the writing again, I realized that I needed to now share this gift with the world. And so when I did share it with the world, the first thing that amazed me was that I was able to make money out of it. I thought it was a joking thing. And the next thing I was selling, and people were paying me money to read my stories. I was like, oh, wow, okay, now this is interesting. So that was the first encouragement I got, that you can actually make money from this. So for me, my writing is a second stream of income, like a serious stream, if I do say so. I do make money from my books. So I made money from the first set of books, and I realized that, okay, this is a serious business, right? So let me get better at it. Let me, tweak things a little, do something and take it seriously like what it is. And so I did. And in taking it seriously, in learning all I could, I was, taking courses, doing everything I could to just to make it better and make it, more profitable for myself. I now learned plenty things along the way. And it's the plenty things that I found that people are always coming to ask me. Like, Brenda, how can I do this? Brenda, how can I do that? I'm like, okay. Like I'm getting the questions too many times. So I had to sit down and produce a product for people that, okay, you want to know how to write or you want to know how to publish your first book, how I was in that time when I didn't know where to start. I put down my steps that I went through and I formulated an online course. And so now if you just come and ask me a question, I'm like, oh, that's the course. And and you also get access to me. So you get access to me and so I can always help you. So it was a very exciting experience for me. And I know many people who have come back to me to say, thank you so much. You have done this for me. And because of you, I've been able to do this. And that for me is everything. It's not even the money. That for me is everything. When I'm able to help somebody to actually achieve their dream. It's like
to do something.
Do you understand? So that for me is everything. So for me, there right there was the purpose that I was looking for. There is the purpose for that gift. And I found it and I've achieved it. So now, how do you do that for your own self? How do you unleash yourself? You have to first of all settle all the quarrels in your mind, in your heart, against what your gift is. Some lady told me a story about when she got the leading from God that she should go and open an event company. This is not nowadays that event is hot too. In those days, it wasn't anything. She was one of the first people to enter into the event industry. And she was a big woman in the bank, like a manager level. And then here she was going to go and start events. As soon as she told her family, first thing they said is, you want to go and be tying balloons in party? That's not going to work. So she had to first of all struggle with that, that thought of, how am I going to be perceived? I'm going to be tying balloons in party. How am I going to, But when she crossed it, today she's one of the biggest names in event. She's leading the industry because she said yes to that gift and pursued it and unleashed her potential. So I'm just encouraging everybody that whatever you find to do, whatever your hands find to do, whatever you find to do, that you do effortlessly. When people tell you that, people come to you all the time and ask you for it. I say, please help me to make a cake, or please help me to design a card, or please help me to organize a party. Please help me to make my hair. Please help me to style my clothes. Which one goes with anything it is that you do effortlessly is your gift. Look into it, and you can make something out of it.
No. I love something you said very much there. You said that you first of all resolve the argument in your mind.
Absolutely. You must be fully convinced of the matter yourself before you can launch out to the world. Otherwise, if you're not convinced, the first person you tell, this is what I do now. Like, what's that? You just run back into your shell. So you have to fully convince your own self first before you launch out. It's really important.
That's very, very, very powerful. I see many people. One of the reasons why I am actually doing something like this is because I've realized that a lot of people have a lot of things to offer, and they had been waiting. Oh, I'm waiting for the right moment. I'm waiting for the right time. Just today, I was imagining if Asha, the same Asha I just played that song just now, and that's why I played that song today. If Asha was sitting back and waiting for the right moment, and probably 2019 or 2020 now, she's just coming online, she's coming to YouTube to come and put some song up once in a while. She might end up being somebody big and but do you know how much time she has wasted? How much song? A song, that band likes. How many people had been impacted through that song, and what opportunity she must have lost? And I see it like this. At times, when you ought to do something and you're not doing it at that moment, you're not taking that risk for that moment, what happens is that you end up denying many other people that are meant to benefit from what you have.
Absolutely. Like I said, that your gift is given to you to solve a problem somewhere in the world. So if you keep it under the bed, you are denying others because you may be the solution to somebody else's problem. I mean, the coaches that I met along in my journey to discovering myself, if they were not doing what they were doing, how would I have found myself? How would I be able to be here today to be able to inspire somebody else? So that's why when somebody comes to me and says, "Oh, I need you to help me to do this," and I'm like, okay, if it is something that I can offer, I will do it, because I don't want to be the one to stop you from getting to where God has said you will get to. Because really, if I don't do it, somebody else will. It's not as if,
Yeah, it's true.
there are what? How many billion people on earth? Somebody else will, But wouldn't it be nice to know that I was the one who, influenced somebody to be able to do something? That's
Yeah.
super, super, super amazing.
And that's the real essence of everything. So, what opportunities do you think do you see for yourself? Are you prevention not like you can do, but you've recognized this opportunity, and you think many other people have not even recognized these opportunities? Like, somebody is still sitting back and telling you that, oh, I don't have money, and I because I have nobody to sponsor me, and like, but you can see opportunities around. What are the opportunities in recent time? Can you tell us one or two opportunities you've seen, you noticed,
Oh my
especially
God,
in this COVID period?
there are so many opportunities right now, so many you can't even imagine. Especially with this COVID has opened our eyes to see how
I
we
tell
can
you.
do many things without the limitation of location. Before, people would say, "Oh, I'm not in Lagos. I can't travel to Lagos, so I can't do this XYZ business." But now people are doing things from different parts of the world. People are connecting and making serious money. Do you understand? There's something I see many young people doing that I'm so excited about. This thing they call drop shipping. I mean, if I had a little extra time, maybe I would have done it myself, but I don't have time. So I don't do it. But I'm just thinking that if you're someone that has no money, no capital, no nothing, you have to have something, right? If you don't have capital, you have friends. If you don't have friends, you have to be able to find some, right? So you need to be able to find a way to, and drop shipping does not require any capital of any sort. All you need is to be able to advertise the goods, right? So all you
Okay.
need is find someone that wants to sell something and find people that want to buy it and connect them. Now you can do this with simple everyday goods, like people want to buy phones, want to buy a phone charger, it's just small everyday things, shoes, dresses,
Wristwatch. Yeah,
wristwatches,
yeah,
anything. And
yeah.
you can even take it a step further and do it for other things. Because if you have social capital, for example, you have many friends, like people, you are connected to people. You cannot sit down and be saying you are broke. You can't be broke, because in this Lagos, you have to be able to connect one person who can sell who has a service to the person that needs the service and collect your cut. Like literally,
Yeah,
middleman
true.
business.
Yeah, true.
This guy wants to maybe paint a house and he doesn't have a painter. And he reaches out to you that I want to know someone that can paint a house. And he's like, paint a house. I do it, Oga. I can paint house. It's just, do you understand? So you get the painters that you're sure can do the job.
Yeah, true.
Get them, you get the contract, you get the painters, and you go there physically and you supervise them so that they don't go and make a mess of your name.
Yeah,
Supervise
yeah,
them
true.
and deliver a very good job. Collect your cut, pay the painter, collect the money, and everybody's happy instead of sitting at home doing nothing. Do you understand?
Yeah,
So you can
yeah.
surf the net daily for opportunities. There are all kinds of opportunities. There are all kinds of things you can do. And if you absolutely cannot even go out, you say, okay, you don't even know anybody. Okay, hello, can you write? Can you learn to
True,
write?
true.
There are platforms like Fiverr and Upwork that pay people money, for writing short things. 1,000 words, 500 words. I mean, I write 1,000 words in an hour and they'll pay me money for it. So, like, if I'm less busy at all, what am I doing? Will I not be able to write for 8 hours that my mate used to go to work and collect that money? Do you understand? That's 8,000 words and collect the money. So there are things that you can do. There are opportunities all around. People tend to limit themselves to what they don't have and rather not look at what they do have. How did I come back into writing? I was in a point in my life where I was in between jobs. I had just come back from having my baby. So I was out of circulation. I did not have a job, architecture job. I didn't have anything to do. So I was quite broke. And I was like almost getting very unhappy because I've never been broke in my life, so to speak. I've always had a job, right? So I was very out of sorts. And I sat down and I was praying to God that you need to help me. I'm broke. I need a job. I need something to do. God, I need to help me. And God was looking at me like, what's wrong with this one? He literally said to me, use what is in your hand. And I was like, what is in my hands? God, I said, I need a job. What are you talking about? Give me a job. I need a job. I need to, earn some money. And I was like, use what's in your hand. And I was like, what is in my hand? I didn't even know what he was talking about. Before it occurred to me that what was in my hand was my gift. Right?
Yeah,
It was the
very
gift
well.
of writing that I had. I finally got connected with the right people who were able to show me the steps of how to use that gift to actually make money out of it. And for me, that changed everything. So from today, I always tell people, what do you have? Is the common word I always tell people. What do you have? What is in your hand? Use what you have. Okay, I wrote my first 2 books with my phone. What are you saying? My first 3 books with my phone from beginning to end. My 3rd book is a 40,000 word book. I wrote it on my phone. I didn't need a laptop until I was done. So I have a friend now, one of my young friends, who completely wrote her book and published it with her phone. She wrote it, she edited it, she uploaded it on Okada Books with her phone. I was screaming, like, okay, you don't want better than me.
Yeah.
We all have these phones and we're using them to play. We're using them to be surfing Instagram and following celebrities and doing what? Laughing at jokes, and you're wondering why your life is not moving forward. My dear, you cannot not have time and not have money at the same time. You have to have money. People that don't have time, they have money. If you don't have money, you should have time. So
Very
what
true.
will you do with that time? Do you understand? What will you do with the time? Use that time to convert it to money for yourself. Do something, right? Edit for somebody. Are you good at English? Go and learn how they edit. They edit from your bedroom in your boxer shorts. You'll be typing on that phone. You'll be editing work and collecting money. Go and learn graphic design. People are asking for graphic designers every day. Everybody's putting up a flyer every day. So you can pay you 3K, 5K for each flyer. And you can make money. If you're very good, they will send each other. Look at me in my writing group now. Once you just do a fine book cover, they're like, who did your book cover? All of us will flock to the person. Do you understand? So just find something to do. Is it to go and sew? Go and learn how to sew. Then make shirts, package them inside envelope, inside the nylon. Go and be dropping it in banks. Show bankers, they like to buy everything, but they cannot go anywhere because they work for money tonight. If you bring it to their doorstep, they will buy it. Bedsheet, they will buy it. They'll buy anything. But you cannot just sit down and not do anything. Do you understand?
Yeah. Very, very true. Possible you cannot have time and no money.
Yeah, so you cannot not have time and money at the same time. You must have one.
That's very true, because if you don't have time, then you're making money some way. And if you're not making money, you have time for something. So
absolutely.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
I see a comment there. Olubumi says you should have time for your gift. Oh, I need to speak to that very quickly, please. Sorry for cutting you.
All right.
People always ask me that, oh, you're an architect? Because I'm working, I work, right? I have a job. So I'm an architect. I have a family of 4 children. I have a husband, and I'm writing books. How do you do it? And the answer is simply what Olubumi has just typed. You have to make time for your gift. You see, something that is important to you, you make time for it. When I wanted to write my first 2 books, I didn't have any time. I was like, I don't have time. Meanwhile, I didn't have money. I was telling myself, I don't have time. I'm busy. I have children to take care of. I don't have money. My brother, I found the time. Do you know where I found the time? Every evening, after my children are done with their schoolwork and I put them to bed, I go and sit down and be watching TV. African magic. Nonsense things that were not adding to my life. And I don't have money. I had to just give myself brain. The first thing I did was to chuck TV. I just stopped TV for the first 6 months. And it was amazing what I could. And I don't really watch TV that much. Maybe like 1 hour a day is what I watch. So, and I'm saying that I was watching TV. It's not as if I was watching 5 hours or something. Maybe 1 hour, 2 hours a day. That's what I used to watch of TV. But when I removed that TV block of time from my the things I could do with that time. That's when I discovered I could write 1,000 words in an hour. My book was 40,000 words. So do the math. I could do that in 40 days. Only putting 1 hour a day. Some days I put in more than an hour. Because it was important to me. I found the time for it. What is important to you? You find time for it.
Very, very true. Very, very true. Very, very true. I am inspired here. I'm telling you, I am inspired. And this goes beyond this moment, I think every one of us needs to just sit down and ask yourself, am I giving my gift enough time for it to express itself, because the one thing about our gifting is our giftings are always seeking opportunity of expression. Even when you don't want to when you don't want to show it out, when you don't want to tell it out, somebody will just look at you and observe you and say, my sister, you can be a very good public speaker. You can be the way you,
Yeah.
so it's just like it is written all over you. And you need to take note. I need to tell somebody this also. You need to take note. What is that thing somebody tells you over time? How you know you can do it like air. You can do it like breathing, like just the way you're breathing. And it's just free. It's natural with you. My sister, my brother, you need to do something about that. You need to do something about that. Give it time. Give it opportunity to express itself. When it's our full expression, what happens is that the Bible says that the gift of the man shall make way for him. I'm telling you,
and it does give
I'm telling you, that make way the Bible is talking about. It is talking about financial ways, it's talking about opportunities, it's talking about a lot. And it's not just there alone. So somebody needs to hear this and hear it right. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
You're
Now,
welcome.
looking at the circumstance of the Nigerian government, I don't even know what is happening in Ghana at the moment, but somehow, they have a president that is youth conscious and giving them, one back to back, um, one of the governmental policies are actually helping the youth a lot. I don't know if Ghanaians are seeing that, and other nationals around the world. I'm not sure, but every country has its own challenge. I know, but in Nigeria, what are the things you can look at as part of the governmental policies? Maybe in recent time you've noticed and the like. Anyone probably? Do you
Any of
or
the
can
government policies?
or do you think our government at the moment is sponsoring or helping us as much?
Really, what do you want me to say? I'll say this. I'll say this. The government has a long way to go in helping the youths because there's a lot of things we can be doing, right? That they are not really doing. However, there are many things they are doing that people don't even know about. Do you know
Yeah.
that there's this CBN has a loan that they give to young entrepreneurs, to SMEs, and they give it through the Bank of Industry. Now, to access the loan, there's a training that you need to go through first. Enterprise Development Center are the ones in charge of that training. You go, they give you it's a full entrepreneurship training, it's all kinds of things, teaching you finances, marketing, all kinds of things. And then you're now able to apply for the loan. So now, many people don't even know about this. And even inside that one, apart from that one, there's a second level. There's even a greater level for if you're a woman. There's a gender desk in the CBN. So they even have extra loans for if you were a woman in business. There are
Yeah.
many opportunities. There are many, many opportunities. People are not following the right people. You are following celebrities and following comedians on Instagram. How will you know what will move your life forward? Do you understand? You're not
Yeah,
following the
yeah.
right people. You need to first of all sit down and identify people that are where you want to be. Identify people that are living the life that you want to live. Identify people that are teaching people how to live the life that you want to live. Then follow them. As you are following them, you are learning from them daily. Every day when you open your Instagram, instead of be seeing that naked girl that is twerking and laughing and showing off her new whatever designer hair or designer whatever, you'll be seeing information about the latest offering from the government, or the latest Tony Elumelu scholarship, or this one foundation, or something or the other. You'll be seeing things that can help your life. Sit down today and unfollow those people that are not helping your life. Unfollow them. There's no money to be gained from the number of people that you follow. It is your followers that you can use to make money. The ones you follow, please edit it. Edit those people that you follow and make sure that you're following people that will help your life. It is so critical because when I was in that stage, when I told you I was broke and I was very upset, I was really, really very upset with my own self because I was like, this is my age and stage. I'll just be like this, without any way forward. I had to first of all start by auditing the people that I follow. There are many people that once I get into Instagram, I just see them flaunting a new car or new shoe, and I was like, no, this one not going to help my life. So I just unfollow them for my own sanity. First. Then I identify the people that I need to follow that will give me hope. As I'm watching their videos or watching their reading their content, I'm feeling like, yes, this person gets me. Yes, this is what I need to do,
Yeah.
You need that hope. When you don't have
Yeah.
anything, you don't have money, you don't have work, you'll not be following people that will be showing you, flashing hush puppy kind of wealth in your eye. You will just go and be depressed.
Yeah.
You
Very
don't need
true.
those people.
Very true. Very
You don't
true.
need those people.
Very true. I think that's very, very important. Now, what gives you fulfillment as a person?
Me, what gives me fulfillment? A lot of things. A lot of things. Um, First of all, my first source of happiness and fulfillment, everything is God. Then after that, I would say I find fulfillment whenever I achieve things. I find fulfillment. I find happiness with my family. I'm totally crazily in love with my husband, and my children give me the utmost joy. So
Oh,
if I didn't even have anything else in this world, if I had only my husband and my children, I'll be fine. And of course, I'm super excited about I'm super proud of my parents. I really love them and everything. So family gives me a lot of satisfaction. Family gives me a lot of fulfillment. And this lockdown showed me just how much when we found that they were only alone with each other. And we found out that, there was something there. So this was critical for me. And I learned, that this was my ultimate priority, family. Now, aside from my family, the other things that give me joy and fulfillment for my work, I love to. I'm a project manager by heart. I project manage everything. I project manage my children. I project manage. I project manage my home. So
yeah.
and the part of architecture that I'm practicing right now is mostly project management. So once I achieve my milestones on my projects, I'm totally excited. In the same way, I've been able to draw project management into my writing and my coaching business. And so that's why I'm always big on goal setting. Little goals, big goals. Whenever I achieve them, I'm super stumped and I feel completely fulfilled. So, yes, the feeling of achieving my goals gives me serious fulfillment. And whenever I'm able to inspire a little one, a young girl came to me the other day. Her mom said she wanted to study architecture and she said she wanted me to speak to her. The girl was 14 years old, and she wanted to study. She wanted to study architecture. And she was confused. She didn't know whether it was right for her. They were telling her that architecture is not really profitable, and so I told her to visit my house first. And the way my house is, if you visit my house, you want to be an architect. And I'm not trying to brag, but hey,
Yeah.
so she visited me at home. And when she visited me at home, we now started talking. I opened my computer, I showed her a number of things, we had a lot of conversation, we talked to this side, talked to that. I told her, okay, you know what? The world is changing and there are many things that are happening. But she wants to go and study in the UK. And I said to her, abroad, you have options of doing architecture and something else. So why don't you do architecture and something else? Maybe like architecture and graphics, for example. You can never go wrong with graphics because you
Yeah.
can
True.
find application for graphics in movies, you can find application for graphics in web applications, and those things are never going to go away.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And it will also help your architecture. Graphics will also help your architecture because our basic way of presenting our work is graphical. So she was so excited and she was so happy and she was like, thank you so much. And by the time she was leaving, her mom was like, oh my God, thank you. You really, really helped her. Now, those kind of things give me joy.
Yeah.
When somebody comes to me and says to me, oh, madam, like one day I was just talking on Facebook and somebody was like, that her husband said to her that blah, 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 blah. And I said, is that what you're doing? If you hear the kind of things my husband says to me, you would have gone to kill yourself. So I just made a joke, right? And then this girl came to me in my inbox and she said, I can't even believe that you could make a joke about something like that. That this is what her husband says to her and that she's so upset. She wants to leave the marriage. I said, auntie, calm down. So we talked. She told me the kind of things her husband does and who he was. And I realized that he was essentially a good man. And I said, if your husband is a good man, you cannot throw him away because of one small flaw. Are you yourself perfect? You're not. He's probably managing that part of you. She confessed to me that yes, and she runs her mouth a lot. I said, and the man has not drawn you with your running mouth. So what are we saying? Do you
Yeah. True.
understand? So when I have those conversations with women, when I'm able to inspire people, I'm able to encourage people, I'm completely fulfilled. So I don't know, maybe some life calling for me. I completely enjoy it. And that's one
Yeah.
thing that really gives me fulfillment. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you say to somebody else who is actually finding fulfillment or trying to find fulfillment in whatever they do? It is the gifting, it is what they love to do, but probably due to funding and some natural circumstances, challenges, they're not just finding it fulfilling in love. What do you have to say to those kind of people? How do you inspire them?
Okay, I'll say something to you. There's something about passion, and there's something about, when people want to start up a business, they tell them, oh, find something you're passionate about and do it. Okay, I agree. However, not everything you're passionate about will be able to translate to money. And so once your passion does not bring you money, it will easily lead you to frustration. So what I say is this: find something that solves a problem in the world, yeah, and do it. That thing that is solving a critical problem will always bring money. Now, if you feel that you're like, maybe for me, I like to write, okay? Writing is a passion for me. I can wake up in the night and I'll write. I can wake up early morning and I'll write. I can be tired, I'm hungry, everything, but I'll pick up my phone and I can write. So I'm very passionate about writing. However, if I'm writing, maybe as I was writing fiction now, for example, it's not bringing me money, I'll not be frustrated. Eh? What should you do? What you should do is to find something else that will fund your life while you grow your passion to the point where it can bring money. Don't, because, oh, this is what I'm passionate about, come and go and kill yourself inside passion and not be able to pay your bills. Then you'll be begging everybody around you and they'll say, my friend, get yourself a real job. Sometimes you may have to get yourself a real job while nurturing the passion by the side until it gets to the point where it can actually pay the bills. There's nothing wrong with getting something else you're doing to pay the bills while your passion is still trying to understand itself. Do you understand what I mean?
Very well, very well. I understand that very well. Coming from the side that I work as a photographer, and I understand that very, very well, because at times you need to find other work to be able to buy you a camera at first, especially in the beginning, before you can actually venture into what you're passionate about.
Absolutely.
So that's very true. So share with us. I know you've seen Josh Tiffany online and the like. So how to do that to you now? Share with us some nuggets. Don't leave me. I'm not in don't leave
Oh,
me.
okay.
I'm not talking about don't leave me. But share with us some nuggets from your experience, especially as an architect. So what are the things? Just 1, 2, 3 things that you think can, in totality, at being able to make the person we're seeing today and the person would even see later on.
I need to understand your question. You want to have 3 things that made what? That made me the person that I am today?
Yeah, I'm talking about just few things, maybe 1, 2, 3 or so. Like, for example, I might like to say, probably having a positive mindset continually keep me going, because I've seen challenges that I wanted to, and I just kept on, it can always turn out to be good. And at the end, it always does that.
Okay, I get you. Okay, so 3 things, which I'll call my guiding principles. One is my never say die attitude, and this comes from my faith in God. I know that no matter what I face, I know that God has a reason for it, and it will get better. So no matter how bad it's looking, I will keep on doing it. I'll be at it, knowing that something is going to come out of it, because I know as a child of God that it just can't end like this, right? So that's my first one. I never say die attitude. I always like, I go on and on and on. I follow things up until I'm able to find, strike the goal. That's my first one. And you can say it's a positive attitude as well. You can call it that. The second one is my focus. I am extremely focused. Like, if I set a goal, I must do it too. Do you understand? I'm so focused. I'm so focused that I think it's a gift, because I don't know why I'm focused. I'm just like that, right? So I'm really focused, and I once I get a plan, I say this is what I want to do. I set a goal, I set a plan, I just get going. People call me the executionist. It's funny because I don't always feel that way. But I do have focus. So once I have a goal and I have something I need to do, even if there are many things that are struggling for my attention, I will struggle. I will fight them all and make sure that I achieve what I set out to achieve. Even if I don't achieve it in the time I set it out to achieve it, even if it has to spill over to another time, I will not throw it away. I will not let it go. I will follow through. So that for me is very important. Focus is very important. Many people are doing one thing today to doing another thing tomorrow. Great. There's a time in which you should leave something that is not working for you. But have you put in enough time to be sure that it's going to work or not? And put in enough focused energy on that thing that you're doing before you can actually say it doesn't work. Right? And the third thing I would say is my bubbling personality. So
Yeah.
I have a very bubbly personality.
Yeah.
I can be friends with anybody. Like
Yeah.
in a minute, I know you. I meet you now, and you will never forget me because of my. It's another of my
And
gifts.
it's a strong
Yes,
personality. Yeah.
yes,
It has
yes.
rooted of me.
And I that's how I am. So I meet people and you never forget me. So that personality makes me rememberable. It makes me very memorable. And so when people find opportunities that can help me, they remember me and they call me. And I also achieve this by investing in others. Now I don't just it's not just because I'm laughing and playing, it's because I genuinely care for people. When I meet you, I genuinely want to know what you do. I genuinely want to know how I can help you. I genuinely show you that I can go the extra mile for you. There are people that I will just sit down and somebody tells me that they want someone that does graphics. And in totally unrelated, I will go and call the person that I know that does graphics and send it to you. I don't need you to give me any money for it. I just connect you with people because I genuinely care for people. And now that has been able to win me over to many people. So they now genuinely care for me too and can go out of their way to do things for me. So I think it's
That's
a
right.
two-sided street. People should not,
Yeah.
even the people I met on Facebook, I've never even seen them in real life. See Choma now, my darling of life. I've not seen her. I've never met her before, you know.
Yeah.
But
And
because
that's
I
status.
showed that I genuinely cared for her, Choma can go the extra mile for me. If I just call her now that I need someone to do X, Y, Z for me, she would just, I don't think she would think about it twice. So
Yeah.
I think that people need to learn to invest in others, and so they can reap the benefits of humanity. Humanity is a very beautiful. There are many very beautiful people in the world, and we should not always be thinking that this person wants to gain something from me. What about you? What do you want to give? Because it's more blessed to give than to receive. So when I give of my person, and it's not about money. I don't have money to give anybody. It's just giving of my time, giving of my experience, giving of my talents to people. I share this, and then they genuinely give back to me. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
So let's talk about your books. You have some of your books there, right? I think you're talking about one of your. Let me see that. I need to see the book. Is it very
I
close
was
to you
supposed
here?
to, I was supposed to send that book to you, Abi. I forgot. It is close, but not so close. I would have to stand up to get it. Is that okay?
Okay. Okay. I think they can actually get a book at any point. But let me
Yes.
just let me just take on 1 or 2 minutes from you. Then you can go get the book. Then
Okay.
I treat. Okay. So thank you everyone. I want to us to remember one or two things very, very important that you mentioned here. It is important that we have a very, very strong personality. I think one reason why many people have not been able to do a lot is because you are hindering yourself. I tell my friends, people that are very close to me, the number one person that is hindering you from doing anything is yourself first, because you tell yourself a lot of how will I, how can I, this should be, and like you're waiting for a perfect moment. I think the best perfect moment is right now. And I used to say something, and it is a quote. You can quote me. It says something like, at times what you're waiting on others to, on God to do for you, God is actually waiting on you. What you're praying to God, that God, I want you to help me with this, I want you to do this for me. God is actually waiting on you for the same reason. You're praying to God, God, I need this. God, I want you to do this for me. And God is actually waiting on you to start up on that, to do something about that. The best time to start is now. Don't limit yourself. The unleashing of your potential is start from the moment when you notice that potential. When you've noticed something about yourself, this is unique about me. And I want to say this also, it is very important to note that No one else owns your space. In this world, God has actually designed a particular space for you, and no one else can occupy that place. I tell you, no one else can occupy that particular space that God has designed for you. So you need to fit in your space. Somebody else can come and try to do something like you. They can do it better than you, they can do it less than you could, but they cannot do it like you.
Yep.
There cannot be two Michael Jacksons. Michael Jackson came and he did what he did. Everybody saw it. There can be somebody else who come and did something less than he can, or try to do more than he had done, which I am seeing as impossible now. But there is nobody that can be Michael Jackson again.
Absolutely.
So you need to be yourself, take your opportunity, and make use of it. Yeah, yeah. Let me see the book, ma.
Oh, I got one copy of my book here.
Eh, so you can order this book where, ma? Where can we order this book?
Okay, I actually have my books on Amazon. They're on
Yeah.
Amazon. You can get them on Amazon. Just simply search for Brenda Unu, Brenda UNU. If you search Brenda Unu, you'll find it on Amazon. However,
I
this
did.
one that is a hard copy, I sell it directly. I have them in my house. If you want to buy
Okay.
it, you can send me a DM and I will
Okay.
find a way to get it across to you. So yeah. And the other ones are e-copies, so they're easy to send to you if you
Okay.
want to buy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know you have your personal website also, which is
BrendaUnu.com.
www.brendaunu.com. I like to use the W. So this is a wonderful moment. I appreciate you coming on to join me here on live on the couch. Thank you very, very much. It's a privilege and it's an honor also having you. Sincerely, this is from me to you. So I'm saying thank you. And
Thank you for
you
having me.
see, there's a bonus. I won't be forgiven if I don't do this. The ladies have actually asked me to do this. You see, they are wondering, you're 40, you're looking so stunning. Amazing.
Yes, 40 years of, look at my t-shirt now, 40 years of being awesome. Look at that.
Yeah. And you just had a birthday just I think last month, right? If
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So how has it been? How was it that you've been able to keep up like this? Is it exercise,
Oh,
the food, what?
I get this question all the time. Oh my God. Okay, well, for me, it's been a conscious effort, because nothing good comes easy. Um,
Yeah.
I personally am not a slim person. My mother is very slim, but I have a gene that
Oh,
makes me get fat very easily. I think I took it from my father's side of the family. So now what I had to do was to consciously watch my own body. First of all, I hate exercise. I really, really hate exercise. My husband has registered me for a gym. I went there once and I ran away. And I have a treadmill in my house. I have all kinds of equipment. I don't use anyone. I completely hate them.
oh,
So, what do I do? I had to look at myself and say, okay, I need to lose weight, right? I need to keep a certain shape. What is the thing that I can do that I'll be able to do all the time? Because I know that if I start to gym now, I won't be able to do it all the time. So there's no point starting what I cannot finish. So I had to sit down and look at all the options of things that people have suggested for weight loss and find the one that works for me. So this is what I
yeah.
do. And it may not work for you, but that's what works for me. So what I do is this. I skip, right?
Okay.
I skip because for me, skipping reminds me of my childhood. It's an enjoyable activity, and I can do it
Okay.
without feeling like I'm suffering, like I'm dying because I want to be fit. So I skip. So I can skip happily. So I skip. I skip first thing in the morning before I enter the bathroom, and sometimes
Okay.
last thing at night. Then
Okay.
I keep active. I try to walk. I will take the stairs instead of the lift. I'll try to
Okay.
walk to places where
Okay.
that I can. I try to keep active. I mean, I have 4 children, and my baby is 3 years old, so I must run after him. So I keep pretty active. So those are the physical activities that I do. I skip. I walk. In fact, during the lockdown, I was consciously riding a bicycle around the estate. I don't do that anymore now. Maybe I should start again, but I haven't found the time. So anyway, those are the things that I do to keep physical. Now, on the other
Oh.
side, I have discovered that weight loss is 80% food and 20% exercise.
Hmm.
So if you like, be gymming from morning to night and you're not
You're
watching
not
your
eating
sugars.
appropriate. Yeah.
You're just wasting your time.
It
So the
still
day I
comes to
heard
that.
that, I say,
Oh yeah.
I found the secret. So what I do is this. I've cut out all the sugars from my diet. I do not drink Coke or all the Coke family. I don't drink
Okay.
juice except maybe once in a very long time. What I drink is smoothies that I make by myself in the house. So I don't use sugar in my gari, in my cereal. You know, the only thing I use sugar for is ogi. And I eat ogi once a
Okay.
week with my akara. So I eat sugar. That's the only place I eat sugar. You know, so I don't take sugar. Then I don't take ice cream. I don't take cake. I don't take,
Okay.
you know, all of those kind of sweet things. I don't eat them. Right?
Okay. So
And the other critical thing that I do is that I don't eat after 6 p.m.
okay.
My last meal for I think this one is maybe the most important. My last meal for the day is at 6 p.m. every day. And
Oh.
that way my body is able to, you know, at least I see the stomach after 4 children. So those
Yeah.
are really the things that I do. And
Yeah, that's an amazing routine anyway. I think I for a person, I don't think I can keep that routine as much to that extent because I
it's,
love
it's actually
cake.
it's actually easy. It's actually easy. I mean the cake,
I love
when
cake.
is chocolate, all of them, I'll stop eating all of them. I eat them once
Yeah,
in a while. Do you understand? Like
yeah,
once in a while.
yeah,
When we have a birthday in the house, I take a piece. But not like I
yeah.
will go and be buying cake every day. I don't do that.
You're looking amazing. Thank you very much. We
Thank you.
love having you back here. And I can say this, we get bigger and we have you back. So
With all pleasure, I would like to be back. I enjoyed
yeah,
myself.
thank you very, very, very much. If not of any other thing, I think you've actually inspired us a lot, and your movement towards the female gender as a personality and like, I think it's one thing that what it. Sooner or later, we are looking forward to. That's what I do to all my guests. Anyway, pardon me. We are looking forward to probably having an NGO from you or whatsoever just to do more about the story. But thank you very much. We love having you back. Thank you so much. And to everyone who have joined us live, it is a pleasure having you.
Thank
It's in fact it
you.
is an honor having you. And thank you very, very much. Till we meet again next month. I'm going to be having John Gunners from the Philippines. He's a Philippine national. He's into fashion and modeling and like he's huge in Philippines, I tell you. And it's going to be awesome. Thank you and God bless you till we meet again.
Thank you.
Bella ciao.
Bye.